Hey guys, in today's video we're going to do a mini one-day Queen Charlotte track ride. That's right, we've made it across the ferry, we've made it to Pickton, managed to get the caravan on and off the ferry, no problem at all, and everything's going swimmingly well. We're even managing to upload videos, take about 4 or 5 hours, but anyway, so we should get some videos on the way around. So tomorrow we're going to get a water taxi, it's going to take us over to Toria Bay, and then we're going to cycle the last section to Anakiwa, and then from there we're going to cycle all the way back to Pickton. Reason we're doing that? Well, we just kind of want to get a one-day ride out of it, and we want to do it as cheaply as possible. And yeah, that's the cheapest option we can come up with. What have we got here? You may be thinking, this is an Aero bike carrier. It's made by a New Zealand company. No, I'm not sponsored. No, I had to pay for this with my own money, but just curious to see what it's like. So we're going to test that out tomorrow. Probably don't really need it for the ride, but I figured I might as well test it before I do really need it. So anyway, we're going to get a nice bright early start tomorrow, and we'll see you there. Alright, so we got dropped off by the ferry at Toria Bay. We're gonna have there were some walkers on the ferry, they've started off, so we'll probably pass them on the way. Really not too sure what to expect, but I guess that's why you're watching the video. So anyway, let's get into it. Alright, not too sure about this setup, but anyway, we're gonna give it a try, and we'll talk a bit about that later. Mrs. Best Day Ever, you ready for this one? You'll be fine, I just keep saying that, you'll be fine. Okay, we've gone up a gravel road, and this looks like we're officially into the trail now. Road eco up the road bit, but I'm already got it into tour. My concern is a lot of the videos you hear, but a lot of people walk up. Now they're not on e-bikes, so I'm hoping I can ride up everything, and not so much can I ride up everything, but can Jacqueline ride up everything, because she's not going to be able to push the bike up, even we'll struggle in walk mode, I think. Oh yeah, you see, question is how she gets on with this. Yeah, she's fair steep, and you know, she's not a smooth gravel path, so I guess we'll stop at the corner and fingers crossed Jacqueline's behind us. Oh yeah, she's behind us, brilliant. Jacqueline's not going to get up this, I can see. Let's see how she gets on, eh? This is what I was worried about. Oh, look at the view though. Look at that. Come on, did she make it? Did she make it? Oh no, she didn't, bugger. Now this thing, I think if you push that button there, oh, it's in walk, is it? Yeah, it is now. So you can press it and walk. Use boost if you have to. Look at the view though. That's stunning, eh? That's really stunning. Oh, it's windy though. Okay, I'm not going to lie to you, at this point I'm really worried. We're a tiny way into the climb, and I've ridden everything so far, but Jacqueline isn't, and so I'm going to go back and push her up. Or can I ride her up? I don't know, it's probably too small to ride. Well, this is going to be an adventure, isn't it? The walk is pathetic on this. It's really pathetic. You just think, oh bugger it, I'll just push it. It's so slow. You can lock the shock out at the back, might be a good idea. That might help. Yeah, I can see this being an hour or at least of this. So let's lock this out. Makes it a lot stiffer. Are we in walk or we? Boost, try boost. Alright, I think today it's going to turn out to be quite a bigger ordeal than I planned. And I think it's one of those ones where just going to have to be the super patient husband, because it's quite hard when I could just knock this out in no time, but she's struggling to get up this stuff. I've locked the suspension out,
Given her, she still wasn't in the lowest gear. So anyway, hopefully she can do that. Oh, she's right behind us. Good. Awesome. Happy with that. She's got some power in those legs. It's just having the confidence to be able to use it. We'll get there, dear. We got all day. This is the worst bit, I think. You go in front of me and then I can at least know when you stopped. Otherwise I don't know if you've not made it up. You've got this, dear. You've got this. I don't think you'll be going kayaking this afternoon. It's it. Spin those legs. Spin those little legs. Just keep the cadence up the whole time. Oh, you see, you could ride that every day of the week. You just, no, it wasn't rough at all. In fact, this is the smoothest pavement. You just freaked out because there was a rut next to you. You got this. And remember to put your seat down when you get off. Okay. I'm never gonna get up there. Come on, you've got it. You've got it. You've got it. No, oh, get off the seat. Oh, crying out loud. It's gonna be a long day, guys. You'll get there. If the front wheel starts to go in the air, either stand up and lean right over the bars and ride like this. Regular cadence, keep your pedals up, keep your weight forward even if you just sit right on the front of the seat, and even stand up if you need to and lean right forward. And just pedal like fury. Pedal, pedal, just pedal like a crazy thing. That's it. Keep pedaling. Keep pedaling. That's it. Well done. You're a superstar. You've got this, dear. Don't go off the cliff, whatever you do. If it's any consolation, the viewers are going to love this one. We never planned on it being this. You've got it, you're doing really well. But yeah, remember, light on the saddle, stand up at times. And momentum is definitely your friend. If it looks ugly, pedal harder, not less. You're like this, just pedal. That's it. That's it, you've got this. Follow the track, left-hand side. Machine it. That's it. Pedal hard, hard, hard. Hard, hard, hard. You've got it. Try and get your weight further forward. Even if you have to sit right on the front of the seat or stand up and lean over the bars. Amazing enough, we're only just catching the walkers. There you go. We finally caught up. We finally caught you. Thank you. You too. A woman down. I took the camera off because I thought you had this. I'll just ride up this bit. Alright, to be fair, this is pretty tough. Even I'm struggling getting up here. Okay, yep, we're up. That is steep. That is steep. Oh my goodness, look at the view. Oh, just gonna go and retrieve Jackman's bike. Stunning views, eh? Look at that. What's your thought process at this point? You know, heavy. We'll get there. We'll survive this one. You've done worse. The good news is I think the summit is just up here, and then it's downhill for a while. So that might be good, because I think we're getting close to divorce at one point there. Because this was my idea. As usual, my ideas don't always go to plan, but that may be the top. Fingers crossed. All right, hopefully a bit of downhill, and that little mean climb will all be forgotten. We're just going to roll our way down. Got all day, luckily. So you may ask, why we didn't do the whole of Queen of Charlotte Sound? Well, I'm quite glad we didn't now, because I think Jacqueline really would have struggled to do the whole thing. E-bikes are really cool if you can ride up, as you'll know, on e-bike, but if you have to push them, they're a pig. So you better be sure you can actually ride up the thing. The other thing is that it cost a bit of money to do the whole thing, and so this was kind of a cheap one-day option. Nearly there. You're going straight through the guts. Yeah, so she has to push a bit. I thought we were at the top, but it's going to be a long, long day, I can see. Oh, it's one thing to get up these hills, which is quite hard work. It's another thing to know you're going to have to go walk back down and push your wife's bike up. That's the soul-destroying bit. But, hey, I want to stay married. Come on, dear, you've got this. You've got this. Weight forward, high cadence, low gear, power down. You've got this. You're the one. You're a machine. Well done. I'd give you a fist pump, but you'd fall off. Just keep going. Keep going. Amazing views. Yeah? Oh, look at that, eh? Yeah. That's pretty stunning, isn't it? Yeah. Wow. That is, everywhere you look, it's amazing. 407. That's not a bad wee climb. No. Surprising actually how far the walkers have got in front of us. It shows how slow a progress we're making. I thought we'd overtake the walkers in about the first 5 minutes, and quite a few of them are still in front of us. And if you're wondering about, does the carrier affect your performance, yes it does, both uphill and downhill. I can feel it moving the back of the bike around, and when climbing the hill I had to, you know, keep my weight a lot further forward. It'll probably be good today for practicing manuals. Now, for some of you eagle-eyed viewers, you'll think, no, you're an idiot, you've got the rack the wrong way around. And you're not wrong. If you look on the website, it goes the other way around. I did put it that way around, but the seat slams into it when it bottoms out on the suspension, so I turned it that way. But I mean, it's good for what it does, I guess. It's all downhill to Pickton from here. Oh, it's a shame, because I can see Jacqueline's lost all her confidence and she's not having fun. I feel bad about that, but I guess we'll just have to survive this one and chalk it up to experience. But I guess a good thing is that it sort of made me realise what she can and can't do, and there were a couple of rides we were thinking of doing that I've just put a big cross through. That's not going to happen for, well, not happen for both of us anyway. Oh man. The problem with this thing is just everywhere you go there is a stunning view. Might even get the old camera or phone out, eh? Now, I did actually bring some other cameras. I thought I was actually going to do a Jacqueline cam. I think it's her first Jacqueline cam today, and I bought some poles and thought we could set up some cameras and ride past and get you some pretty shots, but I'm not brave enough to suggest that right now. So we might leave that for today. Let's save that for another day, because we kind of thought this was going to be a cruisy, scenic ride day. And, well, for me, actually, it is. That's exactly what it is for me. But for Jacqueline, yeah, it's been a slog. Oh, man, just look at this. Is beautiful, though. I'm actually as I say, really enjoying this. I'm kind of regretting putting the backpack on the carrier on a little bit though, because it's otherwise I'd be absolutely hammering it down this stuff. But it does definitely unweights the front. Alright, so this bit is actually, just went past a sign there saying it's private property, and you actually have to buy, it's a $15 pass each to do that. So Jacqueline and me have both got that. So we're all legal and above board as usual. Oh, I wish the track would be like this for the rest of the way. We might get a smile put back on the dial. I think it's going to improve towards the end. The last bit back to Pickton's only grade 2, so that shouldn't be too bad. Ah, look, she's flying now. It's like this all the way to Pickton now. Oh, no reply. That's it. Seat down. Stand up. Stand up. That's it. Brakes on. That's the one. Come on, dear. Come on. Come on. Doing well. That was quite a tricky bit. Come on. You've got it. She's leaving me behind. How's it going, dear? Ooh, sneak in there. A bit of another climb to go. Oh yeah, got to go another push for this bit. Okay, Jacqueline's definitely not getting up this. In fact, I'm not even sure I'm getting up this one. Right, weight right forward. Whoa. It's actually a really fun challenge though. The sad part about it, I'm having a brilliant day. Oh, she's behind me. Did you make it up there? Well done. Well done. I can't believe I thought I wasn't going to get up there. What, he's been taking steroids or something. How did that happen? Woo! Well done. That's the way, dear. That's the way. Lots of gas, heaps of pedal power. I think that might be the worst of it to be done. Just fun, happy faces from now on. Alright, we're descending quite quickly here, so it looks like we might make it down to the water. So it might be time for maybe an early morning tea stop or lunch stop or just a regroup stop. You got it, you got it. That's it. You can walk out. It actually looks intimidating, but it's actually very grippy. Yes, I don't think today is going to be the day that my lessons are going to be appreciated. So I think we'll just let her do a thing and get down here in our own time. In fact, Jacqueline did say, this is the reason I don't do mountain biking. I would have loved to have run this. So anyway, we're having an adventure. How's it going? There you go, there you goes. Yeah, good man. My wife's following just really, really slowly. She'll come out in a bit. Oh, she's not even going to like coming down here, is she? This is actually quite steep. It's going to be walking this. Oh, I don't know. I'll ride this bit for you. Oh, she's tiny. I think Jacqueline would want to ride this bit, so we'll do the tiny top bike. Yeehaw! It's kind of weird riding a bike this small. Alrighty, so we've made it to Mistletoe Bay, and it's actually a really nice little spot. My wife was hoping for a cafe and a cup of coffee, but it's not to be. The viewers are wanting to know, are we still going to be married on the rest of this trip? No. Sleeping outside the caravan tonight.
Maybe after a sandwich she might come round. Yeah, it's an adventure, this one, that's for sure. Anyway, I think the worst of it is behind us.
Okay, so a bit of an update. We've left Mistletoe Bay. You do drop quite a bit of elevation to go down there, but it was very nice. Now we're back on the track. We've probably covered a little over a quarter of the way. I've got 73% of battery, and Jacqueline's dropped 1 bar, so she's at 80%. So I'm just cut back. I'm riding in tour at the moment. The rest of this piece of the track seems much more straightforward. So if you're maybe a rider like my wife, or you're married to someone and you want to stay married to them, well, not suggesting that women can't be as good as men, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Don't get me in trouble here. You can take the ferry into Mistletoe Bay, and that may be a nicer option to do if you don't, because the first bit, I enjoyed it, but it's a steep old climb, eh? So it's one of these ones where you always look at these tracks and you say, oh, 20 Ks, I must be able to do 10 kilometers an hour. And then suddenly you realize you actually haven't. You've gone slower than that somehow. So yeah, it's slow going. Luckily we've got all day. It's still quite early in the morning actually. And I can see Jacqueline's got her mojo back now. So had a sandwich inside her. Her grumpy face is turned upside down. One thing I will say about Jacqueline, she's done lots of Ironmans, 12 hours out on her feet and the bike and things, and she won't quit. She won't quit. She'll just keep going. We'll get to the end. Now, I did get one guy comment in the video that Jacqueline's bars were too wide because you can see an inch of hand either side. She's trying to move them out now, I said that. And actually, when I got the bike there, it was about 800. I cut them down to 750. And then after the first ride where the comment was made, I cut them down to about 720. But I noticed I think she just naturally pushes them in to wherever they are. So I don't know if it makes a difference, but I find it quicker. I just cut all of this off one side. So I'm not sure if that's a problem, but yeah. So if you're making comments saying the bars are too wide, I don't know how short I can keep cutting them. Well, straight up. All right, well, I can report the trail is really mellowed out quite considerably, and we're making much faster progress now, which is good. The only thing that's a little bit weird is you get these cicadas that fly inside my helmet. They're a little freaky out a little bit. They don't do any harm, but having a buzzing in by your ear is a bit weird. All right, are you ready for this? Look at that. Look at that. Down there, all the way over to there. This grumpy white. Stunning. Really seems a shame to leave this point, but the good news is that, well, for the rest of the Queen Charlotte track bit, it's all downhill. So that's going to be cool. Oh, I can see a really nice beach through to my left. We might be just about there, I think. Or, well, Anakiwa anyway. I think this could be Anakiwa. What have we here? Oh, very nice. Where are we? That's the next question. Davies Bay campsite. Looks nice. Well, the good news is the trail has mellowed out considerably. The wife is a lot happier now, which is really good. We didn't actually not at Anakiwa yet. We're at Davies Bay, which is another beautiful spot. Just loads of beautiful spots. There's kids out kayaking. It's really nice. In fact, actually, it was just my wife's birthday the other day, and she said she wanted some jewelry, so I'll show you what I got her. Got her some matching pedals to match the new bike. That's the ultimate accessory, isn't it? Now, I know some of you are going to say, what the hell, plastic pedals? But my wife's is scared of the
the ones with the little metal spikes, and I don't blame her, to be honest, and she's not going to ride clips. Well, you've seen her ride. But anyway, that was her birthday present, so that makes me a good husband, right? Right?
It's funny, the trail's changed completely now. It's actually quite mellow and quite flowy and just a nice gradient. It's completely different from the first half of the morning. So yeah, I'm actually quite enjoying it. I think Jacqueline's enjoying it a lot more. Alright, well I think that might officially be the end of the Queen Charlotte track, although, is that wrong as well? We've probably got that wrong. Lots of wrong information. Maybe it's just a lookout. I'll say that line again in about 30 seconds probably. Now, we could have taken a ferry back to Pickton, but we've decided to cycle back to Pickton. And right now, I'm not sure that was a good decision, but anyway, we'll see how that goes.
Really didn't know what to make of the ride back to Pickton. It's down as a grade 2, it's just, I think, called link track, but it was actually a really quite pleasant ride. It's down as a grade 2, but to be honest, it's a little bit more than a grade 2 in places, especially with some of the exposure, but very scenic, very changeable. Went by some nice bays, and even we saw a nice campground that we actually fancy staying in maybe the next time we come to Pickton on the way back up. It did have one substantial climb in the middle of it, so yeah, beware it's not a completely flat track, but some lovely views along the way. And this is a sort of ride that if you just want to go for a ride from Pickton, don't want to get in the car or take a ferry, this is a good option.
And we're almost back to Pickton, and that's I think where the cruise ships must come in. So it's kind of just around the corner from Pickton. Anyway, nearly there. There we go folks, we're back in Pickton. 30% battery. It's no problem. 51k. And a couple more to get home. What do you want to do? Ice cream or beer and chips? Yeah?
Cheers. Alright, well, what have we learned? Other than I have way too many things to charge at the end of the day. The ride, I really enjoyed it. Queen Charlotte track was absolutely stunning. Almost perfect for me. Some steep techie uphills, beautiful scenery, adventure ride. We ended up doing 55 kilometres and 1600 metres of climbing. I must admit I did have to come back for an afternoon nap. I was pretty shattered, but I feel good at the end of it. My wife, she didn't like it so much, to be fair, and I don't blame her. Getting up those hills was actually quite technical, and so she struggled. And trying to push an e-bike that weighs more than half of her body weight up the hill was not much fun. So yeah, it's funny how one person's awesome day out can be another person's nightmare. But anyway, we got there in the end. I would suggest if you're in a similar situation to Jacqueline and you still fancy doing what we did, if you started at Mistletoe Bay and rode back, that would be a much easier ride. Even in fact, that last ride back, the link track, was actually pretty cool. And you could even, we did originally think of just riding from Pickton just out through there, and that would actually be quite a pleasant ride as well. Be warned though, there is actually a substantial hill in the middle of that, so there's a decent old climb. So overall, love the Queen Charlotte track and would, I'd love to do the whole thing at some stage. I don't think Jacqueline's going to join me on that one, but maybe Dad's Army will come down, we'll stay overnight a couple of nights, drink some beers, stay in a lodge somewhere or a tent. It would be an epic adventure, I must admit. How did I get on with the Aero bike rack? That's actually a really cool bit of kit actually. It was rock solid on there. I must admit my bag was, when I said it, was throwing me around. I think part of that was also the bag wasn't particularly well secured onto the back. And I know they do other accessories, and maybe I should look at that, having the luggage on the sides lower down nearer the centre of the wheel. So you certainly don't want to do your Scandi flicks around the corner with a bag that far back and that high up. But overall, I think it's a pretty cool bit of kit, and for exploring rides, nice to have nothing on your back, and I actually thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, on with the adventures. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these adventures. Always hit the old thumbs up, like, leave us a comment, and we'll see you on the next one, and hopefully Jacqueline will join me.